Hello friends and my dear students, welcome back to my channel Phoenix Physics. Today we are going to learn vector product of two vectors. When the product of two vectors results into a vector quantity, then it is said to be vector product. This vector product is otherwise known as cross product. It can be written as A vector cross B vector is equal to C vector. Suppose if you want to find out torque or moment of force, both are same. Angular momentum, we can use vector product in physics. Consider this is my A vector and this is my B vector. These two vectors make an angle theta. Draw one perpendicular line from B vector and this line meet at this point. B has two components. One is horizontal component B cos theta. Another one is vertical component B sin theta. Now, how do you write A cross B? A cross B can be written as modulus of A, modulus of B, sin theta, n cap. Or we can write AB sin theta, n cap. Here, what is A? Modulus of A is nothing but magnitude of A vector. Modulus of B is nothing but magnitude of B vector. So, modulus A can be written as capital A, modulus B can be written as capital B. So, instead of mod A and mod B, I have written AB sin theta. Then what about this n cap? N cap is nothing but unit vector. You know that A cross B gives another vector, that is C vector. You know that vector quantity has magnitude and direction. So, AB sin theta will give magnitude and this n cap will give the direction. What is this n cap? Unit vector. You know that unit vector has the magnitude 1. Up to this clear? So, the total term AB sin theta n cap is nothing but our C vector. Up to this clear? Now, I have two questions. Why do we use sin theta component? You know that sin theta gives maximum value when theta is equal to 90 degree. So, 0 means 0, 30 1 by 2, 45 1 by root 2, 60 root 3 by 2, 90. This is our maximum value. And this is our minimum value. Sin 90 means maximum, that is 1. Sin 0 means minimum, that is 0. Up to this clear? Now, consider a wrench. Imagine pulling on a big wrench in order to twist off a bolt. Suppose if you pull in the direction perpendicular to the wrench, okay. So, this is nothing but our R vector and this is F vector. You know the formula, tau can be written as R cross F. So, if you pull in the direction perpendicular to the wrench or right angle to the wrench, what is the meaning? Theta is equal to 90 degree. Okay. You can easily untwist the bolt. Suppose if you pull at a smaller angle, that is less than 90 degree, less of your effort will be torquing the bolt. Suppose if you pull the wrench at 0 angle, that is along the wrench, means none of your effort is working to untwist the bolt. What is the meaning? So, if you apply the force perpendicular to the line, that is perpendicular to the wrench, means you can get the maximum value, that is you can easily untwist the bolt. That is why we are using sin theta component. In general, we can say sin theta has the maximum value when theta is equal to 90 degree. Suppose if you apply the force perpendicular to the wrench means you can get the maximum value. That is why we are using sin theta component in the vector product. Up to this clear? My next question, why do we use n cap? You know the formula A cross B is equal to C vector, that is AB sin theta n cap. A cross B gives C vector. So you know that vector means it has magnitude and direction. AB sin theta gives the magnitude. Then what about direction? Unit vector n cap gives the direction. For example, this is my A vector and this is my B vector. It makes an angle theta. So complete the diagram like this. So it is a plane, right? Then you know that the vector C will act perpendicular to the plane containing AB. This C has two possible directions. One is outward to the plane. Suppose this is the board is my plane means outward to the plane and inward inside the board. So inward to the plane. Then how do you find out the exact direction? We have two rules. One is right hand thumb rule. Another one is right hand screw rule. What is right hand thumb rule? If one curls out the fingers of the right hand around a line perpendicular to the plane of A and B, the fingers are curled up in the direction from A to B, then the stretched thumb points in the direction of C vector. Consider this as a plane. So what first line, if one curls up the fingers of right hand around a line perpendicular to the plane. So this is my right hand fingers. Place the fingers perpendicular to the plane. So this is my plane. In this plane I have two vectors. So this is my A vector and this is my B vector. Imagine like this. So in this plane I have two vectors A and B. I am keeping the fingers, the right hand fingers perpendicular to the plane like this. Now you curl up your fingers. Then the stretched thumb points in the direction of the C vector. Simply we can say, open up your right hand palm, curl the fingers from A to B, then stretched finger points in the direction of C vector. Earlier I said n vector, that is unit vector, has two possibilities. One is outward direction, another one is inward direction. Suppose A to B means curl the finger, place the fingers and curl the fingers from A to B. Now the thumb direction is outward like this. This is my thumb finger direction. I cannot draw this line. That is why I have drawn in the upward direction. So this C indicates A cross B. Suppose if you curl the fingers from B to A. B to A means place your fingers on the vector B. I cannot curl my finger towards A, right? Then how do you curl your finger? Keep the finger like this, that is thumb in the downward direction. Now you rotate the fingers from B to A. What is the direction? Here thumb points in the inward direction, that is inside the board. I can't draw the direction. That is why I have drawn the B cross A direction downward. Up to this clear? If it is outward means upward direction. If it is inward means inward to the plane means downward direction. Up to this clear? Then how do you find out the C vector direction? Using right hand thumb rule. Next one is right hand screw rule. Imagine this as our plane. Keep the screw like this. So this is my head end and this is my tip of the screw. Okay. So the head of the screw lying in the plane containing A vector and B vector, and the tip is perpendicular to the plane. Now if you turn the screw from A to B, means the tip of the screw advances in the direction of C vector. So this is my screw. Turn the screw from A to B like this. Turn the screw from A to B. The tip of the screw will move in the upward direction, this C direction. Suppose if you rotate the screw from B to A like this, means the tip of the screw point out the downward direction like this. Okay. So we can use either right hand thumb rule or right hand screw rule. Imagine these two are my vectors, A vectors and B vector. Place your right hand palm like this, A vector direction. Curl up the fingers from B to A, then thumb points in the upward direction or outward direction. Outward direction means I can't draw the outward direction, that is why upward direction. Suppose place the finger like this and curl up the fingers from B to A, means thumb points in the downward direction like this. Then screw rule. So this is my plane. Okay. Keep the screw like this. Move the screw from A to B like this. The tip of the screw will move in the upward direction. Suppose if you move the screw from B to A like this. B to A means downward direction.
One important point, rotation should be taken through the smaller angle, that is less than 180 degree.
How do you define vector product of two vectors? The vector product or cross product of two vectors is defined as another vector having a magnitude equal to the product of two vectors and the sign of the angle between them. The direction of the product vectors perpendicular to the plane containing two vectors like this. So this is my A vector and this is my B vector. Both the vectors are in a plane. Now C vector perpendicular to the plane containing A and B vector. Up to this clear? Next we will see the properties. First one is the vector product of two vectors is always a vector whose direction is perpendicular to the plane containing A vector and B vector like this. So this is my A vector and this is my B vector. Both the vectors are in a plane. The vector C vector direction is perpendicular to the plane containing A vector and B vector. This is the meaning. The angle between the two vectors is theta. Up to this clear? Second point, the product of two vectors is not commutative. That is, A cross B is not equal to B cross A vector. For example, let's say A vector is equal to 10 and B vector is equal to 2 and theta is 30 degree. Then how do you find out A cross B? So this is my A vector, value is 10, and this is my B vector, value is 2. It makes an angle theta, that is 30 degree. You know the formula, A cross B is equal to AB sin theta n cap. Okay, n cap is nothing but unit vector. So substitute the value. A is 10, B2 sine 30 degree. What is the value? Sine 30 is 1 by 2. So 10 into 2 into 1 by 2. You can get the value as 10. Now you find out B cross A. What is the formula? BA sine theta n cap. So n cap is the unit vector. You know that unit vector has the magnitude 1. That is why instead of n you substitute 1. So your answer is 10. So B cross A means BA sine theta n cap. Similarly B is 2 and A is 10. Sine 30 means 1 by 2. N cap means 1. Cancel this, you can get the value as 10. Here, based on the problem, you can write A cross B is equal to B cross A. But you know that A cross B gives a vector quantity. Here, we calculated only the magnitude. What about the direction? Now, if you want to find out the direction means apply two rules. One is right hand thumb rule, another one is right hand screw rule. Here I am going to apply right hand thumb rule. Open up your right hand palm, curl your finger from A to B, the thumb direction is outward. So outward means like this, I can't draw. So just draw in the upward direction. So here A cross B gives upward direction. Similarly, place your finger like this, curl the fingers from B to A, thumb points in the downward direction like this. So B cross A gives the direction that is downward direction. So what is the meaning? The magnitudes are equal but the directions are opposite to each other. So A cross B is not equal to B cross A, or we can write A cross B is equal to minus B cross A. Both are same. In addition to the second property, one more property is also, it obeys distributive law. What is that? A cross B vector plus C means you can write A cross B plus A cross C. Our next property, the product of two vectors will be maximum when theta is equal to 90 degree. You know the formula, A cross B is equal to AB sine theta n cap. So here theta is equal to 90 degree. What is sine 90 degree? AB sine 90 degree n cap. So sine 90 degree means 1. So AB n cap. So A cross B is maximum when theta is equal to 90 degree. Our fourth property, the product of two vector will be minimum when theta is equal to 0 degree or 180 degree. You know the formula, A cross B is equal to AB sine theta n cap. Substitute theta is equal to 0 degree. So A cross B is equal to, what is sine 0? Sine 0 is 0. The whole thing is 0. So 0. A cross B is equal to 0 when theta is equal to 0 degree. What is the meaning? When theta equal to 0 means A and B vectors are parallel vectors. Substitute theta is equal to 180 degree. Same formula, A cross B is equal to AB sine 180 degree into n cap. So what is sine 180 degree? 0. So A cross B will be minimum when theta is equal to 180 degree. What is the meaning? Here A vector and B vector are anti-parallel to each other. 0 degree means parallel, 180 degree means anti-parallel to each other. Fifth property, self cross product. The product of a vector with itself will give a null vector. You know the formula, A dot A sine theta n cap. Self cross product means theta is equal to 0 degree because a product of a vector with itself. So angle is 0 degree. How do you write A dot A sine theta n cap? We can write A square sine 0 degree n cap. What is sine 0 degree? 0. So A cross A is equal to null vector. If it is self cross product means we can get null vector or 0 vector. Then unit vectors. This is my x coordinate, y coordinate and z coordinate. I acts in the x direction, j acts in the y direction, k acts in the z direction. Okay. Then how do you find out I cross I? Same formula, that is I sine theta n cap. Here I vector, I cross I means self cross product. So theta is equal to 0 degree. I into I square sine 0 degree then n cap. What is sine 0 degree? 0. So I cross I is equal to 0. Similarly, j cross j is equal to 0. K cross k is equal to 0. So self cross product of unit vectors are 0. Our seventh property, orthogonal unit vectors. Same diagram only, x coordinate, y coordinate and z coordinate. I vector, j unit vector and k unit vector. The angle between I and k is 90 degree, j and I is 90 degree, similarly 90 degree. I am going to find out I cross j. So how do you write I j sine 90 degree, because the angle between I and j is 90 degree. Then n cap, n is nothing but our unit vector. Okay. So what is sine 90? 1. So I j sine 90 means into 1 and the unit vector n cap. The I and j are nothing but our unit vector. Unit vector has the magnitude 1. So instead of I and j, substitute 1 into 1 n cap. I cross j is equal to n cap. This is my I vector and this is my j vector. So I cross j means the which vector is perpendicular to I cross j? My k vector. So I cross j vector gives k vector. Up to this clear? Similarly, we can write j cross k, that is I vector, then k cross I is equal to j vector. Okay, you draw like this. This is my I vector, j vector and k vector. I cross j means k vector, j cross k means I vector, k cross I means j vector. Then what about j cross I? Earlier we studied the property cross product is not commutative. I hope you know that. Cross product or vector product is not commutative. That is why we have written A cross B is equal to minus of B cross A. Here, how do you find out J cross I? It is nothing but minus K vector, like this. Then similarly, K cross J means minus I vector, then I cross K means minus J vector. Why did I write minus? Because cross product is not commutative. That is why I have put minus sign here. Our eighth property, that is A and B are given in terms of components. That is A vector is equal to Axi vector plus Ayj vector plus Azk vector. Then B vector is equal to Bxi vector plus Byj vector plus Bzk vector. Then how do you find out A cross B? This is very, very important property. Okay. We have used this property in the problem also. So A cross B is equal to, you write like this, I vector, J vector, then K vector. First you write the A components, that is Ax, Ay, Az. Then you write B components, Bx, By, then Bz. Then how do you find out I vector? I vector is equal to, suppose if you want to calculate I vector means, okay, leave this column and leave this row, okay. Then you cross multiply these two. So what is this? Ay Bz minus Az By plus J component. Leave this column and leave this row, okay. First you multiply these two, that is Az Bx minus Ax Bz plus K component. How do you write K component? Leave this column and row, okay. Just multiply these two, that is Ax By minus Ay Bx. Our ninth property, usually vector product is used to find out the area. A and B vectors are adjacent side of the parallelogram like this. So this is my A vector and this is my B vector. These two are adjacent side of the parallelogram. Parallelogram means complete the diagram. Draw one parallel line to A vector, draw one parallel line to B vector, okay. Here I connected both the tail end of the two vectors A and B. So it makes an angle theta. A cross B will give the area of the parallelogram. Our 10th property, we can divide the parallelogram into two equal triangles like this. You know that A cross B, the magnitude of A cross B will give the area of the parallelogram. Here half into A cross B will give the area of the triangle. Using the vector product, we can calculate torque, angular momentum and
Linear velocity.
you know the formula, torque is equal to, torque tau is equal to R cross F. Then angular momentum is equal to, angular momentum is denoted by the letter L. L vector is equal to R cross P. You know that P is linear momentum. Then we can calculate linear velocity also. Linear velocity V is equal to omega into R, omega cross R vector. Omega is nothing but our angular velocity. Based on the concept of vector product, one example problem is given. Two vectors are given as R vector is equal to 2i vector plus 3j vector plus 5k vector and F is equal to 3i vector minus 2j vector plus 4k vector. Find the resultant vector tau is equal to R cross F. How do you calculate this? Tau can be written as R cross F. If it is cross product means you can write like this, I vector, j vector and k vector. First you write R component, that is 2, 3, 5. Then write F component 3 minus 2, 4. How do you write? I vector is equal to, leave this column and the row. So first you multiply like this, that is 12 minus of minus 10 plus j vector, leave this column and row. First you multiplied this, that is 15 minus 8, that is 15 minus 8 plus k vector, leave this column and this row. multiplied with this, that is minus 4 minus 9. I vector 12 plus 10 plus j vector 15 minus 8, that is 7 plus k vector, that is 9 minus 4 minus 9, that is minus 13. So you can write that is 22 I vector plus 7 j vector minus 13 k vector. This is our answer, that is 22 I vector plus 7 j vector minus 13 k. This is our tau. I hope this video is useful to you. If you like my video, please share and subscribe my video. Thank you.